Hello dear students of Divisional Public School Lala Musa. This presentation is of for grade 6. Your week is 7 and this is your English presentation. Today we are going to talk about unit number 2 and the name of your unit is a school. Day 1, Sing and Share. You're going to think about a few different things like how is your school different from other schools and which subjects do you study at school. Tell about few subjects which you want to be included in course. Do you have any friend or cousins in another country? Okay, so in this you are going to compare your school with the schools of your countries, and you are also going to compare your schools with the schools of other countries. Then you have to mention about the subjects which you are studying. You are already aware of the core and non-core subjects. Then tell about few subjects which you want to be included in your course. There might be few subjects which interests you and you would be willing to be included in your course, so you have to tell about those subjects. And if you have any friend or cousins in another country, do tell about that as well. You are going to share the voice note with me, and then you are going to tell me about your friends and cousins and about the subjects, the course or the subject you love, and how do you feel your school is different from other schools. Day 1, activity 1. You have to call or email or through any social media network. You have to contact a friend who is living and studying in another country, and then you are going to ask about their school hours, for how many hours does their school lasts, or what are the timings, the start timing, the morning timings and their off timings. You have to ask about the school hours. Then number of working days at school, for how many days do they go to school in a week. In 7 days, either they go for 5 days and they are having 2 holidays, 2 weekends, or they go for 6 days and they have only 1 weekend or holiday. So you have to ask about the number of working days. And the third one is on which days do they have weekends. Everywhere the people, they are not having weekends on Sundays. Somewhere there are the weekends on Saturdays. Other few countries, they are having weekends on Fridays or Thursdays and all. So you have to ask your friend when do they have weekends. Note, the students, those who are not having any member or friend or any of your cousins in the foreign country, they can surf from internet as well to complete the activity. You have to complete this activity. I have mentioned the name of 3 countries, but you can change the countries. If your friends or cousins are in some other country, you can write about that. The students, those who are interested in doing this activity by taking information from the internet or the computer, if you are also willing to change the name of the countries, you can change. But kindly ensure that you mention a few countries of Asia and 1 or 2 countries of Western side, European sides, and then kindly do this activity. Still, if you have any doubt, you can contact. Day 2, dictation words of unit 2. Dictation words are mentioned. You have to write these dictation words in your notebooks, and along with that you have to learn the spellings as well. I will be pronouncing the words column wise so that you can check your pronunciation. While writing these dictation words, kindly ensure that you pronounce them properly and then you write them in your notebooks. And ensure these things as well as that you are able to use these words when you are communicating with others in English. Okay, in your first column the words goes as different, country, subjects, children, English, science, social studies, history, activity, probably, Washington DC, scribbled. Column 2, Urdu, Arabic, Spanish, Islamic, education, physical, remember, information, organizing, closet, suppose, erasers. And then in the third column, concentrate, better, energy, chocolate, sugary, exercise, vitamins, whole grain, event, shrugged, empty, scissors. Then column 4, enough, berries, lesson, tired, bullying, laugh, confident, problem, extract, mumbled, frowned, stared, friends are this is the column 4, column 5, friends, computer, chess, newsletter, permission, sincerely, offered, equipment, novel, reason, exclaimed, and the last word is distorted. Day 3, write words and meanings. 10 words and meanings are written on this slide. The first one is scribble. Scribble means to write or jot down something. When you are writing neatly, that is considered as writing. But when you write something, for example, it is a contact number or any source of information that you have to write quickly, and which is not in a very neat presentation, you have just you have not taken care even of writing on lines, so that time we say it has been scribbled, to write or jot down something. Organizing, to arrange something. Closet is the cupboard or the wardrobe in which you keep your clothes. Concentrate means to think or to focus on something. As the teachers usually say, concentrate on your studies. It means to focus on your studies. Whole grain. Whole grain means something which is containing whole unprocessed grains of something. Means these are not, the grains are not passed through multiple steps to have the finally grounded grains. These are the unprocessed grains. The sixth one is event. Event means a special occasion. Then shrugged. Shrugged means to raise one's shoulder slightly to show doubt. If you have doubt and you are not confirmed about something, and someone asks you that do you agree with this thing, so instead of saying something, you raise or move your shoulders slightly. That means that you are showing your doubt. Eighth, empty. Empty means unfilled, vacant or unoccupied. Ninth one is tired. Tired means weary, exhausted or fatigued. These are the three meanings. You can write any one or two, but better learn all the three. The 10th one is enough. Enough means plenty or adequate, means having too much. Day 3, this is the part 2 of your word meanings. It is continued from 11 till 21. The words are bullying. Bullying means to mistreat someone or to harass someone, to badly treat someone, that you're not respecting someone, you're teasing the person. That is called as bullying. Extract. Extract means to remove something. For example, I extracted juice from the apple. It means that you have removed all the juice from the apple. So extract means to remove something. Mumbled. Mumbled means to mutter something lowly in mouth. Mutter means to say something. To say something lowly means very slowly, very quietly, so that no one else can hear or make out what are the words which you have said. So mumbled means talking in mouth, so that no one comes to know what have you talked actually. Frowned. Frowned means to glare someone or to have a scowl. A scowl means on your forehead to have the wrinkles or the fine lines when you are staring someone else angrily. Glared also means to look at someone with anger. ANGER. The 15th one is stared. Stared means gazed or watched. So stared means to look at something continuously. For example, teacher stared at me while I was talking. The teacher kept looking at you, staring at you. 16th, newsletter. Newsletter is also called as bulletin or the special circular run by the school or by any company, institution or any organization. 17th is sincerely. Sincerely means honestly, genuinely. Then offered. Offered means presented or accessible. That I offered her a cup of tea. It means that I presented her that something was accessible. Accessible means to get something. Something which is available, which you can take at any time. 19th is equipment. Equipment means tools or apparatus. 20th, distorted. Distorted means something which is not correct or right or something which is not fair. Probably. Probably means perhaps or possibly. D3, make sentences. Words are written and you have to write their sentences. The words are scribble. I scribbled quickly while teacher was dictating. Next, closet. Amir's closet is full of clothes. I have already told you that closet means a wardrobe or the cupboard. Organize. The third one, organize. Neha has organized all of my tasks. That Neha has arranged all of my tasks in an organized way. Means which task will be done first, which one would be done later, and which one would be done at the end or at the last. Then fourth, equipment. I have all equipment to drill a hole in the wall. Next, whole grain. Whole grain cereal is best for health. The sixth one is bullying. Bullying someone is a bad habit. Seventh is mumbled. Amir mumbled under his breath after falling. Eighth, frowned. John's mum frowned at him for being careless. Ninth, sincerely. I work sincerely. 10th, distorted. All the facts were distorted according to police. So here it means that all the facts were not real. They were not original. They were disturbed. They were changed. All the facts were manipulated according to the police. 11th, probably. Probably next week there will be rainfall. So probably means possibly, that you are not exactly sure, but still you are giving your opinion. So here it says probably next week there will be rainfall. Day 4. Use instead of and as well as. When do we use as well as? We use as well as to express something that is done in addition to something else. Example, we learn reading, writing, science and math as well as national history. So you are adding something. Then using instead of. Instead of means when you are removing something or when you are replacing something else. We use instead of when something replaces something else. Example, we use characters instead of letters. Kindly look onto the next slide for the examples so the concepts can be further clarified. Day 4. Use instead of in sentences. Use instead of in 5 sentences of your own. Amir will eat noodles instead of pizza. It means that he is not going to eat pizza. So pizza is removed and he will eat noodles. So instead of is used when you are removing something or you are replacing something. That for Amir there is a choice between noodles and pizza and he chooses noodles. I like English instead of math. So this sentence means that in between two subjects, English and math, I don't like math, I like English. So I am removing the math. You use instead of when you are replacing something and then you are choosing one or two things. The third one, I will try to make friends instead of enemies. Fourth, I always pictured myself driving a car instead of a bike. The fifth, instead of dining out, we ordered a couple of pizzas. The fifth sentence says that we did not go out for dinner. Instead, we ordered a couple of pizzas. It means they were having two choices. Either they can go out for their dinner or they could stay at their home and can order pizzas. So they ordered the later one and they ordered a couple of pizzas. Use as well as in sentences of your own. Again, you have to write 5 sentences. Over here, as well as is used when we are adding something. Rehan is good in English, science, as well as in math. It means Rehan is good in all the 3 subjects, English, science and math. Second, Anna likes pasta, pizza as well as fruits and vegetables. So over here, Anna, she likes all the 4 things. She likes pasta, pizza and she likes fruits and vegetables as well. The third, I like cats, rabbits as well as deer. So as well as is used. It again shows the addition. It means that I like all the 3 things. I like cats, rabbits and deer as well. Fourth, I know you as well as I know anyone else. This means that I know you very well as I know the other people around me. Fifth, this wasn't going as well as she had planned. That she had planned something but that was not going according to her plans. Day 5. Introduction to your novel James and the Giant Peach. This novel is written by Roald Dahl, a famous writer of children. No doubt Roald Dahl was one of the famous writers, is still one of the famous writers. His novels are read throughout the world. They are placed in the school libraries as well. They are usually the important part of children's syllabus as well. His novels are quite interesting. They are related to fantasy genre. Usually the plot which exists in these novels is always related to magical creatures and magic related. So children love reading his novels. The novel James and the Giant Peach. The novel is about an orphan young British boy, James, who lives with his cruel aunts. This is the story of a British boy. He was young, his parents died, and he was an orphan, and he lived with his cruel aunts. He had two aunts, and they were very cruel with him. They used to treat him very badly. One day he finds a giant peach. Because Roald Dahl's novels are related to magic and they are related to fantasy, so sometimes you might find things which are not acceptable in real life, but that is how he writes his novel. So one day what happens, James comes out of his house, and in the farm he finds a very giant peach, and he enters the peach. He goes inside that peach, and his magical journey starts with the other insects and worms living in the peach. And there were lot many insects and worms, those who were living. There were grasshoppers, and there were few worms. There were the spiders and the beetles, and many other things. And with these insects and worms he lives inside the peach, and finally they start moving this peach to New York and sets sail to New York. Because it was a giant peach, so it was light in weight, because from inside it was almost hollow. And then their magical journey starts. As soon as the novel unfolds, we will read about the different events which passed during their journey, and by the end what happened when they reached New York. How did the people greeted them? What happened with James? Did he come back, or he stayed in New York, and where did he stay? So we will learn all about this thing in this novel James and the Giant Peach, but it is one of the very interesting novel. I hope you will enjoy this while reading it. Day 6 is a revision. You have to revise all the topics learned in this week. That is the dictation words. Write the dictation words and learn the spellings. Write and learn all the word meanings. Write and learn the making sentences. And along with that, learn use instead of and as well as. Okay, and do read the main important part of the James and the Giant Peach, the introduction of this novel as well. Try to learn that as well. Okay, thank you so much, dear students.